Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you are today. My name is Jonathan Blackburn, and welcome to this webinar on TEVA. I'll be hosting this webinar today with Jérôme Miranda, who is from Cabinet Vision in France. He partnered with us to develop this new project this new product that will hopefully help you to be more able to share your projects and save a lot of mistakes in your factories. So before I give the microphone to Jérôme to start talking about the product, I just wanted to start by sharing a small teaser video that we just put out together. Actually, that was just ready yesterday, so hopefully you'll like it. I'll try to share it like that. And then, all right.
TEVA 3D.
So that was a video. I hope that you liked it. So this is a live webinar. If you have any questions, there's a chat button in. You should see that somewhere on your screen, so you can ask questions. Like Jérôme will be speaking, so I'll try to get the questions as you ask them. We'll probably either answer while Jérôme is talking, or maybe at the end. So on this, I'll just let Jérôme start to share your screen.
Okay, thank you, Jonathan. So yes, my name is Jérôme. I'm here with Jonathan to discuss about that presentation. That will be a live demo. I'll try to answer your questions during this. If you have any question, as Jonathan said, just put that on the chat, and we'll try to answer them at the end. So I'm based, so basically, just to get to the second one, basically the project of TEVA 3D just started by a collaboration between Cabinet Vision France. So that is our company, so we are a reseller of Cabinet Vision in France, and with Arcan Technology, that is, that you're well aware, that are the reseller of Vortex Space. Not the reseller, sorry, the editor of the software Vortex Space. So it's a combination of those two things. So second things is, what is TEVA? So TEVA stands for Technical Validation. So basically it is a collaboration, or a tool to collaborate and to do some communication between the designer, or the technical designer, the one who will do the project in Cabinet Vision, and to communicate to the end users, or to the guys on the shop floor, or to the guys that will do the installation. Typically what it is going to be, you're going to see, we export the 3D of the project through the VOK that Arcan Technology knows how to deal with, and we upload it on the web page via the apps that called TEVA 3D and 3D. And basically from there, you're going to be able to share a link to anybody who that you want. Can be, again, the end users, customers, or can be the guys on the shop floor, or can be the installer. Sorry. So use case, again, sorry for that, but maybe my PowerPoint. But the three use cases that we can see is sharing. So with that link will be for sharing between the designer, the technical designer, to the professional or architect or whoever that want to see the link. The second one will be on the shop floor again, that you could have a computer on the shop floor and just send the project over there, and with the details is going to be anybody on the shop floor could open the project and see all the details. We're going to see that. And again, for the installation, on-site installation, you can imagine having your phone or a tablet or even a computer to bring on-site for the on-site for the installation, and just use TEVA to see all the details. Okay, so let's go into the demo. So basically what I'll do is I will just open the Cabinet Vision. So here is a project that I have in Cabinet Vision. So first of all, when we are going to do the connection between Cabinet Vision and to TEVA, we will need an object tree. So basically the object tree will be linked between the two software or solutions by a package. So the package will include a little parameter for the room, and it's a little UCS that will create all the annotations. So basically what that will do is, if I just go into this cabinet, here in this case, to facilitate my project, is I just put into the comment a unique number, or the OBJ ID. So basically it's a unique number. In this case I put that into the comment, but could be in the name as a prefix or as a suffix at the end of the name of the part. So this unique number will help to see or to identify into TEVA the parts, because it's a unique number into the project. So let's go back into the 3D. So what I will do is to export that project now, is I would just go into the 3D, and I would just, as you are aware, I would just go in Utilities and Export Colada, and I will use a VOK file extensions. And to that I would just say, okay, I have my kitchen, or yeah, Jonathan kitchen V3, let's say. So let's say I would just save my VOK. Now we'll just go to access to TEVA. Basically I will go to teva3d.com. Into this place, I will have on that website, basically you're going to be able to see all the plan and pricing, so subscribe to a plan, and it's from there that I will just connect to the app here. So if I just go to the app, I will just connect to that. So I will just go into Jerome and log in. And basically I will just arrive in the place where I have all of my organization or all my projects. When I'm going to be there, so basically you can see there's many projects and you have different status of the project. You can say in production or new or pending for approval or something. So basically you're going to be able to filter by the steps that you are, or the status of the project. So in this case, what I want to do is add a new project. So I would just click here, and I would just go to Jonathan Kitchen V3, and I would just double click, and basically that's it. It's going to load the project on the app. By the time that I'm doing that, I will just go back into here, into Teva, and just explain two things. So if I just put myself in English, so basically if you want to use or to try the free trial or to connect, so you can just click here on free trial. Into it, it's completely free. You can start to try a project. By trying that project, you have a month to try it. This project, you will be able to try it and to do 5 updates of, in fact, 5 different projects. So when I'm going to start my free trial, I will have a cart. So basically my cart will be like this. You have the free project, and here is the package that you will have to install to get the connection between Cabinet Vision and Tiva. So if I just click here, you will see the apps itself, and you have the user guide and the installation, how to install it and how to use it. So basically follow those instructions, and that will help you. So let's go back to my project. So it's finishing to load. So now if I just get into the project itself, it is the way that I will get. So basically first things is when I will manage to go all around into the project, it's going to be the same use of the mouse as it is in Vortex Space for them who knows Vortex. So basically what I have is I can left click and I can go around the project like this. If I click on the middle on the wheel, I can do the rotation like this. If I right click, I will go in the pan view. After I will have the zoom with the wheel. So basically if I put the mouse here and I just zoom it, it's going to bring me the zoom on this place. And if I just change and go back and go forward, so then I can zoom back and forward like this. What I have as well is here on the bottom left, if I'm lost in my project, I can just click here to come back to the home, let's say. And here on the bottom you will have a different type of view. So basically I can go and say I would like to see the top view. So it's going to give me ISO view, or not ortho view, sorry, ortho view, where I can again pan. I can just go back and just do the front, and basically that would be the same thing. So I can zoom in, zoom out, and do the pan into that place. So let's go back to the free. So free will be the 3D itself. So the second thing that I will have is when I'm left click on any parts, when I will click on it, basically I will have a pop-up here that will come out, and into that pop-up, basically that will give me the information of the part. Remember the unique ID that I was talking in Cabinet Vision will come here, and you will have the dimension of the part, and we will have the material as well. I'm sorry, there will be a little bit of miss as you can see. My English, English is not my first language. Here I have a project that is from France, from French, and so you will see a little bit of material or part ID that will be in French into that demo. So sorry if I'm sorry a little bit. Okay, so now I can see on the top right that I have some tools. So basically first things I will see there's a render mode. So basically there's 4 render modes. So if I come here, I will be able to see the full or the render from the solid. I can go in X-ray, that will be kind of transparent with the texture. I can go in illustration, that will add in a line here, and after I can go in wireframe, so without texture, to see the details of the project. Here I have a little tools that would be my comments. So basically, let's say that I want to share this project. So when I will share it, I can put some comments or notes or something. So I can say, Jonathan, can you confirm if you like it? All right, and I can submit that. So basically now I know that myself put at this hours, at this date, this comment. I can delete it if I want, but I can use it there. So basically when I come here, I will see that little pop-up to say that I have one coming right now. Next one will be the measurements. So basically, I can, if I want, I can just come here from this corner to this corner. I can do the measurement. So I have a little bit of the snap point. Here I see that the orange line is the length or the dimension, the distance between the 2 points. And I will have as well the 3 lines that will be the ortho dimensions. So red, blue and green, that will be the x, y, z of the distance in x, y and z, basically. All right. Last thing will be the clip plan. So clipping plan will help me again to do a clipping plan. So basically, if I activate it, here I will see that I am in the clipping plan mode. I can do a clip from the X, Y, or Z axis. If I just go in Y, now with this I will be able to move my mouse and do a kind of a clip. And here I can invert the direction. So if I want to see on the top of my plan, or I can go on the other one for the bottom of my plan. So basically, if I just go back here on the top view, that will allow me with that clipping plan to see just the bottom, the base cabinets, or I can switch to go back on the top to see the top cabinets. All right, so this is for the clipping plan. Here, if I just go back in my free, and I will just go back here to turn it off for now. Okay, so now what I have on the left side, I will have different things. So first one will be my, I can manage my account, my subscriptions. Basically, you have the customization. What it is my logo. Right now I'm using the TEVA, but when I'm going to share the project, if I want to use my logo of my company, that will be possible here with that logo. Layout, if you want to put that in French, you're more than welcome to try to speak French. Here, what I will have is just the properties of the project. So here I see that it's Jonathan Kitchen v3.vok. If I want, I can rename it. So it's, if I want just to turn off or take off the VOK, I can rename it, and now I will have Jonathan. I can update. So basically, for the updates, it's just I'm going to go and pick another VOK. So I can do 5 updates per project. So here I will see the version that I have. I will know when was the last version, and you can go up to 6 projects. After 6 version, after 6 version, you will have a pop-up, a warning saying you will have to use another project to get to version 7, 8, 9, keeping the same link, so you can do as many versions as you want. Steps, basically, where am I into the project? So basically, I can say it's pending approval or something. Here, what I will have, last icon here will be the hierarchy or the object tree. So basically, when I'm opening this Windows, if I click here, or if I click on this part, or if I click on that shelf, if I just click again, basically it's going to give me, it's going to be linked between the hierarchy and the 3D. So when I'm selecting a part, you can see that the camera will center the part into the things, but in the same time it's going to select into the object tree where, what is this part and where it is in my object tree. So what I can do with that is there's 2 different things. First, I can, let's say, I want to isolate one cabinet. So basically I can click here. I know this is the part that is in the cabinet Tour Montessori. Sorry for the French. But if I want, I can use those little eyes, and I can hide, for example, the full scene, and I can go back to the Tour Montessori and just reopen this section. So now I'm isolating my project, and I can see more in details this cabinet. So if I just select that and I can again just part by part see the details, see my cabinet and everything. If I want to bring it back, I can just say I want to hide everything and just unhide, and now boom, everything came back. So that's the first thing. Second one is I can do the search. So basically I can go in shelf, For example, so if I'm looking for a shelf, it's going to assign, I see here I have 9 shelves, so I can go from the first one, second one, third one, fourth, and 9. So I can just use those arrows to move from one to another one and see where are those shelves into my project. I can do exactly the same things if, for example, I'm looking for a part, or again, if I have my unique number on my label, on the label on the parts. Let's say I'm looking for that unique numbers and click OK, enter. I will see this is the top of the part, so basically it's going to be easy for me, for the guy in the shop floor, or for the guy on the installation, on site for the installation, to look at that part where it is in my project. So you can have the same functionality on the tablet to look at it. Okay, so now last things, but the best things, it's going to be here. This is for the link to share. So basically, if I want to share this project, what I will have to do is I would just copy this link. So I would just use this little icon. But before to do it, I will just explain here what we have. So basically here is to activate the link. So if let's say I send that link to a prospect and doesn't want to buy from me, so then I can deactivate the link, no problems. And I have sharing options. So basically, if I want to give him access to the hierarchy, the object tree, or if I want to get him access to the comments, or the render modes. Remember, we had 4 render modes. If I want to give him access to those 4 or if, for example, if I don't want to get him having the details and I just want him to get the render, so then I can turn it off, and basically when I'm going to use the link, I will just have 2 render mode. So let's say I copy the link. Let's say I will just open Edge, and I will just go there and just copy my link. So it just reload, but now that I'm on Edge, it's just a link that I'm sharing. And I am in French, so we'll just go back here and just switch to English. Okay, so when I'm using, you see that when I did open the project, now the render mode is solid, and this is just because into the render mode here I just have solid or illustration, so I don't see the details of the project, but the X-ray or the transparency, but I still can select the door, for example, and just turn off the doors to see the inside of it. So that may be a good way to share the project if it's an end user that is not very technical, for example. Okay, so now if I just go back to Chrome where I had my project, the full within my app, I can just decide to say, oh no, I will just open the full render mode, the full functionalities. If I go back into Edge, now I just have to reset or to reactivate, or sorry, to refresh, sorry. I just have to refresh my project, and now I will see that I have full access to the render mode, all the render, included the wireframe X-ray. Okay, so what I have here is I still have my comments. So let's say I'm Jonathan. I want to provide a comment or some things. Can you modify here that things the cabinet number 3 for some reason. I can just send it, and basically you see here now in my conversation I had Jerome when I was logged on to the app that was saying that, and now that is Jonathan as a guest is going to say can you modify the cabinet number 3. This is coming, so basically it's going to send an alert or just a little email saying there's a new comment into your project. So if I just open my Outlook, I will see here that I receive a little comment from Jonathan saying, can you modify this cabinet? So this is a nice feature that I like. Okay, I come back here. Now what I can see, just to explain, um, yeah, the use case. So basically, the use case of Teva. So basically, let's say that you are on site on the shop floor. Two things I would like to say. I just find a part that is into the shop, so I can just go and just instead of looking at that, and I don't know, I have a scratch on it, and I don't know where it's going to be in the project. So then I can just use on the label, like again, the unique number to see where is going to be that part. Not this one. That was this one. Here we go. So I see that it's an unfinished end. It's by the wall, and basically if there's a scratch on the face, doesn't matter because it's going to be by the wall, so I can keep the part. That's one use of the case. Second one will be, let's say I can just use, or I want to see the construction. I can go in the front of the part, and even in the front of the part, or in the front as an ortho view, I still can select the part here and see the details of those parts. So if it's not open, I can just put that open here, and I see this is a finished right end. I have this dimension and so on. I can easily again see this, the back will go in the dados on the left and right, but not on the top and the bottom. I can see my little climax. I can come here and just say I would like to take this measurement to see where we are, and basically I will have the X value or something. So it's easy. It will be easy for the guy on the shop floor to open the project, see the details of it. Another use case could be if I just go as a free, and I would like to see how the filler will react with the cabinet beside. I can again go back here, just close the search, and or I can select this. Sorry, I have to. Sorry for that. I will just go back here to take off that mode. I can come in this cabinet. Now I can just go on the top and just hide everything except I will just say the cabinet number 3. I will unhide it, and if I want I can just say the filler number 2. That is this one. I will just unhide it. So now I can go easily to see the details, the place, how it's going to be together. I can go on the top view. I can again zoom to see clearly where they stand for, the position and everything. And if it's not enough, I can still come back to the free and just change in solid mode, just to see that the way that it is. I see that I have that little things in the cabinets, and I can see my filler, the way that is going to be flush with that shadow line. I was looking for the name of that in English. So the shadow line here of the cabinet, and to see how the things will react. So this is 2 or 3 example of use of the case, how we can have this tool to be useful for the guys on the shop floor, or for the guy into the at the installation. Okay, now I will just go back to my PowerPoint. Give me a minute. So just tuk. Where is my PowerPoint? Here. I will just go back to there. Oh, I lost. Okay, advantage. So I just go back to the advantage of using Tiva 3D. So basically what it stands for, it's going to be, it will help, or could help, the tool is for that. We try to make it for this, a better communication between the designer, the person who has all the information. So better communication between this person and, again, the end user. Can be a pro, architect, or somebody else. Can be again better communication between the designer and the guys on the shop floor, or better communication again with the for the installation, on-site installation. Again, sorry for my English. Another things that would be, it will avoid, I think with all the detail that we can see into TEVA, it will avoid a lot of misinterpretation or misunderstanding of the 2D or 3D technical drawing that anybody as a designer produce. And what we see as a bigger advantage is the reduce or remove the time to create a detailed technical 2D and 3D drawings. So we see here in France basically 60% of the time to produce a project from A to send it to the CNC machine. From 60% will be to design the project in 3D, and maybe 40% will be just to create those detailed technical drawing. So imagine using TEVA. I'm sure, in fact, as soon as you start to use it with all the different departments in your company, that it will reduce drastically the time to create those detailed drawing by just using the real 3D and having everybody to look at it. For the plan and pricing, so the way that TEVA is working, there is two plans. So you can pay monthly. So there's a fee for 10 new project, 30 or 60 new project. So that's the base, standard, and pro plan. So basically 10 new project or 30 new project or 60 new project every month. So it's reset to 10, 30 and 60 project. Each of those projects can be updated as 5 times. You can watch them unlimited, and the link will stay on for a year. So this is for the monthly. You can have the same thing on demand. So basically it's token that you can buy a 5 project, 120 project, or 360 or 720. Basically, oops, sorry. So basically it's going to be, you will have to use them within a year. So instead of being per month, it's per year. So you can buy 120 project. When you're done with it, basically you can buy another 120 or something like that. So that's the way or the different plan that you have. I come back to this. So basically we have 2 links that you can watch. Basically live demo. Again, it's a page where you can see some sample project. So you can click to the link and manage or go into it. So tiva3d.com live demo. And you have, again, for the free project that I showed you some part into the project that you're going to be able to watch. I forgot something, so we'll just go back before the end or answering questions. We'll just go back into Cabinet Vision to explain one thing. So first, we'll just go back here, sorry, there. So we'll just copy before to the end of my demo. I just come back to this link here, and I have to say 2 things. First, if I just copy that, or I don't know, not that I want to copy that, I would just go in hierarchy. Basically, if I want to look to some things, let's say I would like to look to the cabinet number 3. So basically I can search for N number -3, and I click enter. So basically it's going to put my cabinet in orange here. By doing that, you can see here the URL is dynamic. So basically what I put in the search will appear here at the end of my link. So if I just copy that and just put that in tab and copy paste, basically it's going to load the project, but will search for N number 3 and just I in orange my cabinet number 3. So by doing that, if I just go back into Cabinet Vision, so I just copy the link of my project here, and I would just go back into Cabinet Vision. I can go into here report, not report, sorry. I would just go in the room, And you can see that if I paste my link for the project, then I can easily use that dynamic URL to create QR code as a report from the report center editor. So if I just go into reports, again, sorry, it's going to be in French, but you will start to understand French soon. So basically, by using the description of the room, I can add a QR code. So imagine you have your reports of cabinets and accessories, and you just can use your smartphone or a tablet or some things to add the QR code. Or I just create, for example, a QR code of cabinet. So here is every cabinet. Again, because I have the dynamic URL, I can say the project dash and number 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or something. So basically having this kind of reports will allow you to see the QR code and so on. So I have that for cabinet, but you can imagine that if you want, you could add the same, because again, we have a unique number on every part, so you can add this unique number into the label using Combit. So if I'm looking here in the reports, just to give you, again, sorry, French, but you can have a label with the QR code. And for example, here I just put the unique number as well. So if you want to go in the project, search for the number 2558, and that will give you this thing. So imagine you have the label directly on the part, so the guys on the shop floor can go on the station and just watch or look at the project by beeping it, or the guys at the installation can just take the label, just do the QR code, and here we go, I have that part. So that is some application that we can use from there. I go back to my PowerPoint. I think I'm done. I didn't forget anything else. Those will be available for you through that video, so you can watch those QR code. They are very popular now that COVID is on, so that QR code you can snap them with your phone if you want. That's it. This is the end of my presentations. Jonathan and myself, we are free. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. I see that there is.
Also, I wanted to mention there's a lot of participants today that are from New Zealand. So you can call Phil at Joinery It. From the people that are in Australia, you can also contact Planet Cutting Edge Solutions. They will have most of the answers, probably not all of them because it's a new product, but you can still try them. If they don't have all the answers, they will probably reach out to us. I want to thank everybody for your time today. Again, if you have any questions, we'll stay on this webinar for a couple more minutes. And otherwise, have a great day and a great holiday season as well.
Wait, Jonathan, there's one question, so I will just answer it.
Oh.
So into the question from Alexander Brown. So will it also take the 3D DXF from CV? Yes, it is. It is the same loader as Vortex Space. So we are able to do DXF with Vortex. So we are able to do with with TEVA 3D. The only things of that is because it's the DXF, we are not going to have the object tree because the annotation are not included into the 3D DXF. They are only in the Collada or the VOK. So that's one thing, and the other thing is in the DXF you don't have the texture, so you're not going to see the texture of your part and everything. So that's it. Oh, there's another question. This is good. So the other question about Alexander is, will it take the texture from my Vortex file? Right now, it's something that we are working. I'm happy of this question, and we are working on. Right now, the only things that we have, the connection is from Camnevision to Tiva 3D or from Camnevision to Vortex. The goal, and it's something that will come soon, but it's something that we have to speak with Jonathan. But the goal is to get cabinet vision with the annotation, send it to a vortex space, do whatever you have to do in vortex space, and after send it to TEVA. So basically that would be the full cycle. So it's not ready yet, but is in the plan to make it available sooner than later. I assume. Is it okay, Jonathan, if I say that?
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
There's another question. It says, hi, in plan view, does it show all measurements?
It doesn't show all measurement by default, but yes, if I just go back, you can take the measurement. So you have the tool for measurement and you can select the part. So if I just go back, no problem. That's a good question. So I just go back in my share link. Here we go. So if I just go in the plan view, that is the top view in my case, I would just minimize everything. So if I just go in my plan view, you can select the part. So I still have my hierarchy here. I still have the dimension here on the bottom. So if I select the part, let's say I'm selecting this part or some things, it's giving me the top ID and everything. The other way, so basically it's so what I can use the picking. If I want, for example, here I have my countertop, I can turn off my countertop to select something else. I have the rough top, but I can use, if I want to select the top of the cabinet, I can hide the parts to select the picking. And the other things that I have access is the tools here. So basically, because I have the X, Y, Z, and the length, I still can take the measurement from here to here if I want. So this is 2000, or the X would be 1856. Or if I want to take from here to here, again, I will have my blue, that is a Z, that is going to be a 610. So basically, you have the distance and you have the Z and X value. I don't know if it's clear, but that's the way it is working. I hope it's answering the question.
We have another question. How easy is it to measure, pan, scroll around on a tablet without a mouse?
This is a good question. Basically, right now there's not a good way, or it's not finalized. You can do the pan and everything, but for the measurement, it's not that easy. It's some things that, again, it's not finished.
I mean, you can see the measurement on the app, on the phone or on the tablet. When you click on a part, you'll see that dimensions of that part. It's only the measuring tool that is not really good on a touch screen.
Exactly. So if I just turn off the measurement and go back here, if I select this part again, I still see the dimension of the part when I'm selecting them. Or again, I can go back to those parts, and I know that, let's say in the tour motor series, I can select the right gable that will give me the dimension. But again, just click on any part, and it's going to give me the dimension of this top with the dimension of the parts.
And then you know, on a tablet or on a touch screen, moving around the room, it's pretty easy. You just like, you know, pinch and zoom. Like we're pretty used with those buttons, or actually non-buttons now. So yeah, like moving around the room, that's pretty easy on the phone. It's only really adding measurements on specific parts.
Okay, another question from Alexander. I'm not sure if you're done, Jonathan, but without cabinet numbers shown, it makes it tough for sight people to use. Is there a plan to add that? Without cabinet number. Oh, you mean on the things again? Here, just to explain. Here, for example, I don't have the number of the cabinet, but let's say I'm just looking for N dash. This is going to give me the number of all the different cabinets. So N1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 8, so whatever. So basically here, if I am there, then I can select, you know, from this number, cabinet number 2, this is the filler, this is the other filler. If I just go down, this is the cabinet number 4, and so on. So basically with the hierarchy here on the left side, you will be able to easily look at the cabinet number with the N number somethings and just see all the cabinets. If you want, you can just go down with those arrow to go from one to the other one. Again, if I just I would prefer to go in the 3D, and again, if I just move around, that will give me the cabinet. And I didn't show that, but here when I'm selecting this upper cabinet, it's give me the dimension not of the parts but of the cabinet. Here we go. Here we go. As a site, so there's another questions. As a site installer, if I am installing a row of 30 cabinets, they won't click on every one to see the number. They like it right in front of them. That's the tough part. As a site installer, wait, yeah, but let's say anyway. Even if you have that, on every parts you will have the label. On every label you will have the unique number. If you type in, it's going to give you, if I'm just selecting here any of the parts, or if I'm looking for the part 1717449, and I see this is the side of the drawer, sorry. So then into it, I know that I am in the cabinet number 3. So that's the way it's going to work. There's maybe other solution. It's this software. We are more than happy to have ideas to improve it. It's just that this objectory basically give you the unique number per part, but again, just you can go cabinet by cabinet as well by searching for n somethings, and it's giving me in this case I have 11 cabinets, so you will have those 11 cabinets here. So I don't know if it is answering the things, but this is the way right now we have the solution. There's another question into the discussion.
It's a comment from Phil. He says it would be easy to add cabinet numbers to the model back in Cabinet Vision before the export.
Maybe that's a solution. It's some things that we can add, having the cabinet number. If it's something that you want to do, basically anything. If you have, we have packages in Cabinet Vision that in France, for example, that we put the numbers into the parts as a comment. So why not adding, if you want to get the cabinet number, to put it as a number and export it as a 3D? Could be possible if it's a need. No problem. We can test it.
Good trick, Phil.
Yeah, here we go. I'm not sure if any of you have another question, so test it. So the thing is, if you want to try or to see how that goes, don't hesitate to call Phil, or don't hesitate to call us, or don't hesitate to call Australia as well, or USA. I know that there's people from USA as well, so don't hesitate. Again, it's a new tools. I think it's going to be useful. So don't hesitate to try it and to ask us or to challenge us. We did develop it since November. It's the first public versions, but of course we're going to continue to improve it. That's it. Jonathan, right. I don't know if you have any other comments or some things, but I can just, for me, I don't know if you have any other questions, but no. If not, I would like to thank you, all of you. Sorry again for my English. I was, living in France. I don't speak English anymore a lot, so sometimes I have a little bit of hard time. But at least call Phil. He will speak a better English than me. If you have other questions.
All right, so have a good holiday season, guys. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.